Well, the RMS is actually a charity, and the role of the RMS really is to support the science of microscopy, to enable microscopists in the UK and internationally to do their job as best as they can and to encourage others into the science.
So this year the Society is celebrating its 175 years.
For a society which started out as 17 gentlemen in London, one of them said, "God bless the microscope, let's have a society." And that was a start. We now have over 1,300 members in over 50 countries.
One of the main things actually attracted me to microscopy is simply the beauty of it. Microscopes allow you to see nature on a length scale that you just can't see with your eye.
We are the eyes of science, the people that peer through the microscopes to see the world that naked eyes would never see.
Microscopes have probably contributed more to science than any other particular instrument.
I'm not a microscopist myself, but it's such an important aspect of all materials research. So it's impossible really to work in this field without being involved with microscopists.
So if it wasn't for the RMS, we wouldn't have events like MMC. And then the conferences, the small conferences that start to bring those people who are learning into a wider community itself. It's really that side that's really important.
A lot of the other scientific societies will organise their own meetings, but they won't have that core focus of microscopy.
What I particularly liked about the RMS though is the opportunity it gave you to meet not just material scientists and metallurgists, but also people from completely different disciplines who have this one particular interest in common in microscopy.
I became a member of the RMS as a student. It gives me opportunity to attend conferences. It also gives me a way of networking with other students or other researchers and a really good way of meeting people from industry and manufacturers of microscopes.
So I think one of the nice things about an RMS meeting is so first of all combines a lot of the technology with a lot of the science. So if you walk around the exhibition floor, you have a lot of the vendors displaying their latest technology, etc. I think it's a place where the microscopy communities can come together and talk to each other about how we're going to develop our strategic priorities for going forward.
It's an organisation that covers the whole community and speaks for that community of scientists.
Talking to politicians and funding agencies and helping the community to set the agenda.
We now have a serious conference with world leaders here discussing the absolute latest things, and we have probably one of the largest microscopy related exhibitions.
So we have a number of things that we do in terms of outreach. The major thing that we do is to promote microscopy and science in primary schools, and microscopy is a really accessible way of bringing science into the classroom and engaging kids in quite creative ways.
Over the last probably 4 or 5 years, we've really developed our outreach programme, and the big effort was these microscopy kits for schools.
It's been very good. The youngest children have used them, and I've used them with Year 6 and all the way through.
So I'm involved in one of its publications, In Focus, which goes out to the membership. And one of the things we've been looking at over the last decade is how to bring that up to date, make it more appealing, but also taking on some of the digital technologies that are available now.
The RMS is also very fortunate in that it publishes the Journal of Microscopy.
I think the Society's grown as the technology has grown.
We're helping microscopy to be disseminated and spread across the UK and beyond, actually, into Europe and elsewhere.
I think it will be very hard for any other organisation to have all these little bits which lead to the whole.
A lot of very, very fundamental science is revealed through microscopy, so it's totally essential.